The following is a presentation of the ERL Formula E World Series on Sparkplug Motorsports.
Nigeria plays host to the fourth Formula E race where Ocampo's on pole from the Red Devil and Remy LeBeau, then its championship leader Revo from second in the standings, Linus Eriksson. Daniel Pogdasarov is sixth from Tenali Gabo and U-Cable, then its teammate Arthur Catfish from Ewa Puff and Marcus Nelson. Charles Hernandez is 12th from Akari Lopez and Enoch Yu. Then it's Lars Leclerc in 15th from Nicholas Palomino and Oscar Volstad. Teammate Francis Austin is 18th from Scatterman Rossack and Inet Babinus Jr. Then its teammate Charles Kynes and Devin Buck. Nigeria's always a great country to come back to every time we're here in the ERL Formula E World Series. All 5 lights are on and we are green for the Abuja ePrix. Great start from the Red Devil off the line, but losing out on traction. That's a brilliant getaway for Daniel Pogdasarov behind. The Red Devil goes for the launch through one. Contact, but they've kept it clean up front, but not so much behind. That's Ewa Puff and Tenali Gabo. In a big incident, Gabo, for the second season running, involved in a wreck in Nigeria. Hates this place apparently. But out in front, the Red Devil leads on lap 1 of 18 from Ocampo and Remy LeBeau, who needs to start stringing his season together. I mean, seriously, this man's had a truly awful start to the season. As further back, Babinus Jr. spins it round. And that's contact with Scatterlin Rossack and the Swiss driver trying to get it back underway, and he can't. It's a full course caution to start the second lap of many here in Nigeria. For the Red Devil, this is perfect. This is a perfect situation. We've had chaos and carnage to start the season, and we're probably going to have it to continue the season now that I think about it. Full course caution's about to end though, at one of, if not the shortest laps on the calendar. We are back green in Nigeria. And we're riding on board with Ewa Puff, who honestly, that contact with Gabo, there was no one penalised for it. We didn't even see the full incident, so all I can gather, racing incident effectively. Pogdasarov's got a time penalty for causing a collision. Don't know where that's come from, but good to know, because that effectively takes him out of the running for those who could potentially win this race. UK Ball, fastest third sector, running in 7th position for the Mission Widow Power Motorsport Formula E team. He's got his teammate right behind him. So, for that team, probably the best thing that they can do is work together. Babinus Jr., despite the damage, fastest lap, a 51-second lap time. We often see by the end of races around here, lap times go down to a 49-second lap time, which is insane to think about. Sebastian Ocampo with the fastest second sector of everybody. Runs in second and is trying to close up to the back of the Red Devil. And down the small main straight where attack mode is online. 48.5 for Sebastian Ocampo, already multiple seconds faster than what we saw from Babinus Jr. Time penalty for Francis Austin, a collision with Akari Lopez maybe? Either way, the two Toyotas were going side by side into one, almost into the wall, and forcing Akari off the track, who's been given a time penalty there. Really elbows out in the mid-pack. But that's the ERL. As we're on board with Daniel Pogdasarov, the 97 runs in 6th. He's just come back from Belgium, where his AJ Foyt team looked to be on for a good result, but then the tyres just went away from them at the very end, as it did for many other teams at that race. And Akari's off again, is it? Oh, that's Falstad. Oscar Falstad with front wing damage. In comes Tenali Gabo. In comes Falstad too. 10-second time penalty for the 10 car. We're on board with him, heading down into turn 1 of, honestly, a lot, and I didn't really bother to count. And Devin Butler as well, he's been involved in an incident. He wall rides with front wing damage too. Seems to have been forced into the wall by Salas Kynes, most likely. And the guys in the top positions, they are forming single file trains. They are not trying to get involved in each other's business first down to 11th, effectively. They can see each other quite well. Palomino's on an island, effectively. Not that island. But we're on to lap 6 of 18. 1/3 of the way through this Abuja ePrix, where the Red Devil has led since turn 1 and hasn't really looked back. But he might want to start doing so because Ocampo is closing up to the back of him. And as well as that, the reigning champion and his first teammate, Remy LeBeau, also closing in. Butler and Babinas Jr. both into the pits. Try saying that 5 times fast. And you can see on the timing tower what type of tire they go on to. Red is soft, white is hard, and yellow is medium. Also, I think they should have made the hard tires orange again. And Sebastian's into the pits with Remy LeBeau. So heading back onto the main straight there. The Red Devil leads now from Revo and Linus Eriksson. We've got some dark clouds here in Nigeria, which often means torrential downpour down the inside for Linus Eriksson. He gets a time penalty with his championship rival. They're going to stay side by side, almost forcing each other into the wall there, but into second place for Linus Eriksson. Revo's not giving this one up yet. He and his Hyperdrive team taking into account the weather. And as we're on board with car number 7, who's going into this turn in 7th gear, effectively, tries to take the inside line. He has it. And says to the Season 3 IndyCar champion, still got a lot more to learn, showering the Andretti driver with sparks. And he's going to stay out. The Red Devil, however, has come in with Linus Eriksson and Daniel Bogdasarov. 10 laps to go from Nigeria. I think the hard tires can do 10 or more laps, which would be insane to see. So for Revo, this is just some information for all of the teams if they do listen to the broadcast feed. I think the one-stop should be possible if you're doing a medium hard. If you started this race or at any time use... Oh, that's Catfish off the track. Oh, no! Oh, no. I think that was Catfish. Seemed like a big hit involving Tenali Gabo again. Don't know exactly what happened there. But Sebastian Ocampo involved. He's got damage. He went on to the hard tires. He was expecting a very long stop. A very long stint, sorry. UK balls come into the pits. He anticipated a full course caution. Palomino and Enoch all into the pits too. Remy LeBeau's in front of his former teammate after the overcut strategy seemingly working out for him. Gabo trying to fight his own teammate there. And does the Red Devil want to go down the inside through one? He doesn't, and that's a smart move. Catfish coming over the radio saying that he's fine. He will be taken to the medical center though. That was a very bad shunt from what we saw. Seemingly forced up on 2 wheels. And Eriksson getting a time penalty too. Through all of that carnage, failed to mention how great this battle for second is. It's definitely going to become the battle for the lead. Because, you know, Revo's done 9 laps on the mediums, and that's the longest stint of anyone. Make that 10 laps on the mediums. When is he going to stop? Attack mode online for the Red Devil, though. He's trying to close up to his former teammate, but that's not quite close enough to get the pass done. 29% for Revo, so he's probably coming into the pits at the end of this lap. In comes Tenali Gabo. He'll have to serve that 10-second time penalty. And look at how much the field has been backed up by Sebastian Ocampo. This helps his teammate quite a bit. So UK Ball now chasing after the Red Devil. And Remy LeBeau not exactly chasing after Revo, just going as fast as he needs to, and that's just the pace that he needs to catch the 7 car who's been struggling with tyres, and finally, after 10 laps, comes into the pits. He can do the one-stop strategy. He can do a one-stop. I don't know if Hyperdrive want to do a one-stop with the 7 car, because they sure as heck can't do it with the 76. But if they wanted to, the championship leader doesn't exactly have to stop again in this race. Look at that side-by-side between the 2 Renault Edams men. Lucky that they didn't come to blows. The Red Devil leads here in Nigeria. And what can an OQ do from here? Having to defend from both Palomino and Revo. Defense from Palomino, who has the inside line, forces his way and stays in front of Revo. As we go on board with car 93, side by side with an OQ, make that Bogdasarov. Oh my goodness, cutting it close. The 2 Renault Edams drivers there. Almost forming a pincer movement close to the wall, but a track limits warning to all that's come out of that little scuffle. Here comes Revo, moves up into 7th position. Meanwhile, down the inside for Daniel Bogdasarov, contact with Marcus Nelson, but takes 5th position without a time penalty. Drivers coming in for their second stops, that's Butler and Babinas Jr. And Nelson's just about getting himself back in front of Bogdasarov. Revo right now staging a fight back through the field. He's going to have to make this quick though. He's at 85% tyre wear. And we don't know if that'll be enough to do 6 more laps around this tight and twisty Abuja ePrix circuit, rather. We're on to lap 13 of 18. And Bogdasarov off the track, that's into the wall for Marcus Nelson. Oh my goodness! Big spin for both Bogdasarov and Hernandez. Hernandez in the wall, and in the wall hard. And I think he'll be able to get it back onto the track and directly into the pits, like Lewis Hamilton did in the 2019 German Grand Prix. Same as Bogdasarov as well, they're both in. They both sustained quite a bit of damage there. Lucky it wasn't anything worse. And, you know, just taking a look at Babinas Jr., could he do 2 more laps on his soft tyres? Yes. Would you want to do that? Which is the question that Hyperdrive are currently faced with. The easy answer to that, simple, no. Don't do that. UK Ball leads from Linus Eriksson and Revo, but Revo is the man who actually leads this race. He doesn't have any time penalties to his name as he comes through one, and he knows he doesn't want to make the lunge. I don't know why there's blue barricades down there, but there is. Here comes Revo around the outside of Linus Eriksson, and will take 2nd position. Once again, just showing the MS Amlin Andretti driver the true moves of a champion. This is something that we saw a lot throughout the IndyCar series. It was always the rookies, the young guns, who posed threats to the championship from a guy who just seemed to have it made. And in Season 3, there just really wasn't any of them. UK Ball is coming to the pits as the Red Devil. He's got a time penalty, causing a collision with his best buddy, and Revo's into the pits too. Okay, enters for the 7. The top 4 are still out there. It's raining. Rain has fallen. Revo's winning this race. Hands down, Revo has this race made now. There are drivers going past pit lane. Leclerc's got damage too. That's from the Bogdasarov Hernandez incident from earlier on in this race. But look at this. The top guys are still out there. I mean, for UK Ball, kind of makes sense. He's got 20-ish seconds to Revo, but he's lost 2 seconds already. He's passed Leclerc. He's passed Ocampo. Revo is back up into P6. He's 15 seconds off the race lead. In comes U-Cable and Linus Eriksson, and the Red Devil, Palomino, Austin, probably coming into the pits too. But he's going so slowly there. Here's the number 23. Swooped around the outside. And Revo is about to go 3 for 4. Or is he? He is. Don't worry. U-Cable's time penalty means that he can't capitalize. He comes out of the pits in second in front of Palomino. But more importantly, in front of Enoch Yu. Palomino and Remy LeBeau contact with each other. Time penalty going to the 93. Enoch Yu's on for a podium for Team Edam's Renault. And for that number 25 car, honestly, really deserved if it happens. He's got Remy LeBeau right behind him, who is honestly desperate for anything right now. He needs more silverware. He's just won a championship. If there's anyone who wants anything this season so far, it's this guy. Sure, Enoch Yu's just gotten back into Formula E, but that's nothing compared to having a career slump the size of a mountain, the size of Everest. That's what Remy LeBeau's going through as we're on to the penultimate lap. And the question is, can he get past? Can he get himself onto the podium? In the wet conditions, there's no attack mode. So for Enoch Yu, that makes defending that little bit easier. Revo is making his way through the final complex of turns before he sets off to begin the final lap of this Abuja ePrix. With his teammate Sebastian Ocampo's got the fastest lap of this race. He's just been wrapped up in unfortunate scenario after unfortunate scenario. But as Revo leads by over 5 seconds, the main fight for position is over third position. Enoch Yu versus Remy LeBeau. Going into turn 1, the first major opportunity for an overtake, and he hasn't taken it. He's still behind in a train. He needs to get on with it, because there's not that much more time in the race left. Revo is making his way into the final sector as we speak, and he's just set the fastest second sector of anybody for that number 7 man. Season 24 and 25, not his greatest time, but he's about to go 3 for 4. It's Revo who takes victory in Abuja with the fastest lap. He goes 3 for 4 in Season 26. U-Cable takes the fastest lap. Take a bow, Enoch Yu. He finishes in third. Devin Beltler with the fastest second sector in 15th position. For a lot of these drivers, they pitted way too late into this race. The overcut didn't seem to work at all here. Not at all. As the rest of the drivers coming to the line, and for Hernandez, just pain. Just pain. Well, here's your podium after Abuja. Revo taking victory from fellow multiple-time Formula E champion U-Cable. Then Enoch Yu stumbling his way onto the podium after fending off both Red Bull Sims Porsches. Remy LeBeau 4th at the line from Linus Eriksson and the Red Devil. Nicholas Palomino, after his time penalty was applied, he is 7th from Oscar Folstad and Ewa Puff, with Silas Kynes rounding out the top 10. Outside of it, Marcus Nelson from Austin and Ocampo. Then it's Gabo, Butler, Babinas Jr., Chaklerk, Bogdasarov, Lopez and Hernandez, with the non-finishers being Catfish and Rotak. Well, in the driver standings, didn't see this coming. Revo leads by 81 points, 31 point margin over Linus Eriksson. This is the type of dominance we saw from him back in Season 16, his first title-winning season. This is the type of dominance we saw from him in Season 23, his 4th title-winning season. Is Revo about to get his 5th title? Ewa Puff is currently 3rd from Remy LeBeau and U-Cable, making it an old ERL Series champion, top 5, with the Red Devil being the exception if you go to the top 7, because he is 1 point in front of Awful Catfish. Then it's Charles Hernandez, Francis Austin, and Lawrence Leclerc are the top 10. Outside of it, Enoch Yu getting some points on the board with 3rd today from Oscar Volstad and Marcus Nelson. Then it's Daniel Boxusarum, Nicholas Palomino, and Akari Lopez from Tenali Gabo, Carlos Kynes, Sebastian Ocampo, Bamanis Jr., with the 2 Mahindras of Butler and Rotak yet to score in the Constructors' standings heading into the 5th round of the championship. DS Hyperdrive lead the way, and they are 20 points up on Panasonic Jaguar, who are only 3 points in front of MS Amlin and Reddy. Power Motorsport are 4th from Red Bull, Sims Porsche, and Toyota Gazoo Racing. Then it's Dragon Racing, Team Edam's Renault, Pinnacle Motorsport, and Mercedes EQ, with Mahindra Racing yet to score. We will see you guys next time then when the ERL returns.
Sparkplug Motorsports thanks you for watching this presentation of the Electric Racing League.